it's Lena, and I am in a piss poor mood today. But it's time for me to film my project pan, so I need to just suck it up. Anyways, I currently misplaced the little notepad that had the measurements of most of my lip products because today just couldn't get more awesome. So we're just gonna have to do it visually. Anyways, let's get started. I haven't used this because I haven't really been out at the pool too much in the last 2 weeks, and I use it basically in place of sunscreen because it is SPF 50. So nothing to report on that. My CoverGirl Outlast blah 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 foundation has gotten lower. That is the new mark right there. So I'm using my CoverGirl 1 week and my Revlon Age Defy another week. So now they are both showing real progress. That line down there is one I just made after measuring it. So hopefully these will both be gone in about a month. That would be awesome. I'm throwing myself a freaking party when they're gone. Something that I had measured on my piece of paper that I cannot find currently is my Be a Bombshell, the one stick that I use as a highlighter. This is going a lot faster than I was expecting it to, because I can just look at it and tell that it's a lot lower than it used to be. Plus, you know, you look inside of it. I mean, that was using it from basically nude, because my sister did not like the color, and I think touched it like once and gave it to me. And I think it actually does make a really pretty highlight. I will give it that. But these are supposed to be used, you know, on your cheeks, on your eyes, on your lips. For one thing, none of these work on your lips because they're too dry. And this is not really a color that I'm sure would go very well on the eyes. Plus, I think it would crease. So it's just a cheek thing, really. The one stick, my booty. Made some good progress on my L'Oreal Color Reach Balm in Heavenly Berry, because that is it. I am wearing it today over my Mica Beauty lip tint crap. That'll be gone by next time, I'm almost positive. Speaking of the Mica Beauty thing, the lid broke! As you can see, that is all cracked up and nasty, but I did use it today. It's probably the only time I used it in the 2 weeks, but the pan did get bigger as I used it, so can't hate on that. Now it's too tight because the lid is bulging. I'm going to figure out something with this. I may have to depot it into something else. Here is my Maybelline Baby Lips in Quenched. It goes all the way down in there. And that is all that is left of it currently. So doing really well on that. I should think to get like a new one next time to compare against it, or one that I just haven't used much, because I haven't actually bought one for myself in quite a while. See, the two new lip products that I added. Here is the Tarte Lip Surgeon's, ow, crap, I just dinged the crap out of it, in Elite. I think I used it once. So, but it's a really pretty, like, corally orange color. So I really like it. Here is my new beloved, my Hourglass Lip Gloss in Child. Of course, I have no idea how to tell how much of it I have used, but I've used it multiple times this past 2 weeks. I love this stuff. This has made me fall in love with the nude lip look. Let's see. Here is my Benefit Lolly Tint sample. And how I use it is I take an e.l.f. stippling brush and just run it over one side, do a cheek, run it over the other side, do the other cheek, then put my other blush on top of it. I took a flashlight and looked down in here. It's only about half full now, so, and that was the other day, so I don't even know where it's at now, but it's going. I'm using it pretty much every day. If I don't use this with my Project Pan blush, I might mix in a different one. I try to keep a couple of things in my basket so that I have some variety. Like, a lot of the time I will use the Benefit Lolly Tint and my e.l.f. blush together, but sometimes if I need something different, I'll use a different cream blush, or I'll use a different powder blush, but I'll still use one of them every day. But sometimes you need something different. Speaking of blush, no, they're not all gone. I repressed them. I repressed them into this that Vegas Vixen sent me because I wanted to use it. She sent it for me for Project Pan stuff. And I really do like it. My blush, I had enough left that it went into 2. But this one is still showing a good bit of pan. This one's pretty much full though. And here, let me dig it out and show you how little of the bronzer I actually have left. Because these are magnetic, so I can pop them in and out. But I mean, that is all that's left of that bronzer. It'll probably be gone in the next 2 weeks. I don't even know why I moved it, other than the fact that I just really wanted to use this cute little compact that I was sent. Because I mean, look at it. It's so cute and useful, and it has this is a huge mirror that actually will sit up on its own and you can use for travel. So, I really like that. Thank you again for sending that to me. Let's see. My other 2 bronzers, I alternate which ones I use which day as far as a contour. This one, I've used it, but this one's a lot denser, so you don't see as much progress on it as quickly. My NARS one, on the other hand, there is no pan yet, but there is a significant dip in it. And once I run out of my current brow product, I use the Jordana Fabi Brow liner. I'm going to start using these as a brow powder, basically. So that'll get them some more use as well. Because they are matte, they can actually be used in the brow. Let's see. Oh, eyeliner. A huge amount of progress on this eyeliner because unlike the e.l.f. one, this is a softer, creamier formula. So after about 3 uses, like I just sharpened it yesterday, and just used it today the first time, and it's already dulled off. Like another use, and I'll have to sharpen it again. So this is going quickly, and I'm very happy about that. I just spent so long on the last eyeliner. Like I've taken a good third off of this eyeliner since y'all last saw it. I'm really happy about that. Let's see, my Neutrogena Healthy Wear Brightening Eye Perfector. You cannot see any progress because of the packaging, but I use it every day that I wear makeup. And once it hits up here, it's going to be almost gone. And this is a product that I actually would really recommend to people because I think it works really well. It definitely brightens up under the eye with a little bit of concealing action too. And it has SPF 25, which not a bad thing. So it is like $12.99, so it is more expensive than like the little Maybelline thingy with the little sponge, but I might actually buy this again. I really like this. So thank you, Dana, for sending that to me. That's my sister. I'll show you this first because it'll be quick. My Wet n Wild Fergie Translucent Powder, Take on the Day Mattifying Powder. Crap, I just dropped that. Initially it looks like there's no change, but once you get it in the right lighting, you can see this is all about to hit pan. Like, it's thinner there. Hell, when I'm staring directly at it, I can see a little speck of pan, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. I don't really care for this powder. And I'm finding out that I don't really care for translucent white powders because they pale out my face. Like, I don't know if I just use too much of them and it actually starts showing up white on my face, but I have to go back over it with a lot of bronzer and a lot of blush to make myself look normal. My husband caught me mid-makeup application one day, like, and I went to go talk to him in the bedroom, and he's like, "Why are you so pale?" I thought about it. I'm like, "Oh, well, my foundation and my powder are on, but my blush and bronzer aren't." He's like, "You look like a ghost." And first I thought it was cool that he noticed something makeup-wise about me, because he actually is really observant. Most of the time he just doesn't say anything. He'll compliment me if he likes, like, "Oh, you got a really good eye look today," or anything like that. But beyond that, if he had a preference, he likes dramatic eyes, nothing on the lips, or very little on the lips, rather than like a big red lip and nothing on the eyes. Probably because he doesn't like getting lipstick, lip gloss, whatever, all over him. Like even lip balm. He hates lip balm because he finds it sticky. He's a freak, I know. But he notices more than he lets on. And when he does, I always get a little bit of a throw out of it when he does say something, because I want critiques. So I don't mind, you know, straightforward critiques, just don't be an asshole, basically. And he is kind of an asshole, but he's very nice to me. He's just got one of those attitudes, I guess. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this stuff and my e.l.f. HD powder make me look a little white, so I don't think I would buy either one of them again. They're not bad products, I just don't like how they look on my face. And the e.l.f. HD powder has the most horrific packaging known to man. Like, that's why I have this in here instead of my e.l.f. HD powder, because this is what I use on the go, because you can't take that thing anywhere. Anyways, on to the last bit, which is my Pan That Palette update. First off, my palette is starting to break down from use, which is bound to happen when you use something every day. It is filthy. I kind of wish I'd cleaned it, although at the same time it's like, I think that's kind of stupid. Let me clean my makeup for you so that you don't know I actually use it. Anyways, you can tell I use this bad boy. The pan on these two have gotten bigger. I use these in conjunction together a lot of the time. I've actually been working a lot on this lilac shade. I have it on today in like the first half of my eyelid, because I've been trying an experiment to see how much I can use my other palettes with this, because this is a super colorful palette. So you think nothing would really mix with this, because I've got all my colors here. All I need is, like, I use my Naked. My Naked palette is kind of in a conjunction Pan That palette with this, because I needed a highlight shade. I needed a, well, I use my bronzer for like a crease shade, and when I actually go over my eyeliner with a black shade so that it'll stay put. But you'd be amazed what can actually mix with these. But before I show you what I've been using the past week, let me show you my highlight. Here's my purple shade that I threw in there after I used up my last one. Here is my highlights. The pan's definitely gotten bigger. For some reason, I haven't been using this pan of Sin ever since I threw it in there, and I can't tell you why. One thing that I have been using in conjunction with this, which isn't officially part of my what I'm trying to pan, is Creep right here. I use it to line over my eyeliner. That's going to be showing pan soon, just because of how I dip it in there and everything. So I thought that was kind of neat. And what I've been using with it this past week is my Urban Decay Electric palette, because I love this thing. And over on Emily Noel 83's channel, she did the Urban Decay Electric Challenge for last week, I believe it was. And she came up with some really pretty combinations. And she mixed in other palettes with it. So, because usually when I wear this, like on the weekends, I just wear these colors. Like, I use a different highlight shade, and that's really about it. But like today, with that light purple, I used Jilted right here for the last half of my eye. Let's see, there was another day where this was in my last couple of videos. I had the light orange color on from this all over my lid, and then in the outer half of my crease I used Chaos. Let's see, I use these three shades together for a full look a lot. I've used Urban and Savage together a lot before. And the only one I haven't really found a use for yet, oddly enough, is Revolt. I just haven't used it for anything. I don't know why. And I haven't used Slow Burn, although I want to, because it is a really pretty, like, super orange color. Although when I looked at swatches online, I thought it was red. And that irritates me. Just like how stuff, because of people's, you know, cameras and stuff, can show up a little different than it does true to real life, actually seeing it in person, and that drives me crazy. But as you can see, this is dirty as well, which means it actually gets used. And before I forget this, because I don't want to have to jump back on and film anything else, I also have my color tattoo, and I am panning in Beijing Beauty. It's from the Nudes collection in the spring. Because I have so many colors like this, I figured I'd use one up. So you can see I'm dipping down in there. It's like, that's probably the... No, there was one color tattoo before my house burned down that I had used all the way to the bottom. It had not hit pan yet, or acrylic, or whatever this glass thing is, but it was about to, and it was bold gold, because when I do costume makeup for like Halloween or just for whatever, I use these, like for a base at least, because they do really well on the skin. The original line does better than the limited editions and some of the metals, and the purple one. The purple one's really bad, actually. Any of them that go on patchy don't do as well on the skin. So there's really only certain ones that I can use. I should have got Fierce and Tangy, because I'm sure I could have used it in some kind of costume makeup tutorial, but that's gone now, so it doesn't really matter. But anything that doesn't go on patchy can be used on your makeup as, you know, can be used on your face as far as like costume, Halloween type makeup. And you're not having to go out of your way to get like Halloween makeup or professional makeup. When I say professional, I mean like specifically for, you know, full face stuff. But anyways, it's definitely going. I mean, I got a lot to go. This will take me like at least 4 months to use because it is one of the patchy ones. But that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. And doing this made me feel better, oddly enough, because I've had a really bad couple of days. But such is life. But like I said, this made me feel better. So I will see you guys later. Bye.